guys, welcome back to another bullet journaling video on my channel, Plantful. So today I'm going to be doing a flip through of my journal from the very beginning of the year until the end of August. So that's about how many pages lasted in this journal. I think I filled up pretty much every page except a few that I probably tore out because I made mistakes on. I've actually been looking forward to filming this video ever since I got close to the end of this notebook. So I really hope you guys enjoy seeing it and how much my spreads have evolved since the very beginning of the year until now. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please take a second and do that, and then let's jump into the video. Before I open it up, I want to say that the brand of journal that I'm using is by Scribbles That Matter, and I'm using the Pro version, which is just the white cover, and I have it covered up with this marble contact paper because at the beginning of the year I was pretty obsessed with marble print, which is why my desk is also that print. So this one comes with an index that I didn't really use past January. And then we have my first couple pages were just a calendar and a Hello 2018 kind of cover page for the year. And this was a year at a glance that I started and didn't really fill out too much. I've just been doing like a simple line to summarize the month. And another spread that I kind of abandoned, so I don't want to like get into it too much. This is my theme for the year. You can pause to read that if you would like. And then we have my January log, and I'm going through this part a little bit quickly because this area, like this first section of my bullet journal, is so different now, so I don't want to like go too in depth about it because this is not what I really do anymore. So, well, I do still do my habit tracker every month, but you'll see how it changes. And then I got into my weekly spreads. So this is for the first week of January. Very simple probably compared to what you guys are used to seeing. And then these are some collections when I thought that I wanted to go back to school to become a registered dietitian. And here I wrote out my morning routine and evening routine, and I did these in pencil because my routines changed so much and I wanted to be able to erase and fix them up. And then here's some more collections. I used to do a lot of collections in the beginning of the year and kind of I don't really do them as much anymore, but so these are some blog post ideas and a wish list, just a general wish list. And then back into my weekly spreads. So here I kind of got into like a new lettering style with like the block letters, and this was a spread that I actually really liked. During the beginning of the year, I was listening to a ton of podcasts, and it was really fun to write down each episode that I listened to. But it wasn't really that useful because I don't have any reason to like look back at it. But it was nice to see which ones I listened to. And then the same thing here with like TV shows and books, and this is super outdated. I never really came back to this. And then we have guided meditations and some songs that I really liked. Back to my weeklies. And this has some like pretty fail lettering. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but my lettering has improved so much. So this was like the end of January, and wow. And this was a lettering quote. I guess this was the first one I did in this journal. So it says, "Have big dreams, you'll grow into them." And it has like, this page is done in watercolor, and I don't really ever do watercolor in this journal anymore, but it was pretty fun. And here I was experimenting with doing like a more collage style with pasting in like this quote, and then this was some like a craft paper, and I just wrote the month on there. And then again I was doing like a gratitude and wins end of the month reflection, so that's what that is. So the wins I would kind of fill out like as they happened, and then the gratitude I would come in at the end of the month and write down everything that I felt grateful for. This is another habit tracker for February, and in this one I also came in and wrote like my goals and morning routine for the month. In February I did a self-love tracker on the left side, and I really actually love doing this. I would love to do this again. I don't know, I haven't done it, but and then we have a sleep log that I tried out. I didn't really end up finding it very useful, but I tried. And then I have my expenses, and then another lettering quote. This was some lyrics from a song that I really like. And then back to my weeklies. And then this was kind of around the time where I started posting my spreads on Instagram, so I made this like kind of strategy spread of like what I wanted my content style and like tasks to be for my Instagram posting. And this was obviously abandoned, but it was kind of a yoga challenge. Back to weekly spreads. These next two pages are some commissions I was doing when I would create custom vision boards. So that's what that is. And this was a watercolor illustration with a quote there, and the page kind of like crinkled, so I kind of stopped using watercolor in here after that. The paper is like not the best for watercolor. And this was a spread where I changed up the layout, and I think this one was inspired by Boho Berry. This was actually the week that I got hired for my job, so that was really exciting. I just remember this spread being like me being super excited that week. Here's another lettering quote. This was like when I was first starting to post my like bullet journal on Instagram, and I remember like posting a video for this one. It was my very first video. This was a day trip that never actually happened, but I really liked how the spread turned out. And then this was kind of when I started getting into the style that I have now. So this was a March cover page where it had the separate goals in the me category, work category, and create category. And this spread I didn't create on my own. This was from Pinterest. And then we have gratitude, wins, and expenses again. Here's a habit tracker that I really liked, and it was different because it broke up the morning habits from the daily habits and the evening habits. So this was my morning routine and my evening routine, and then just stuff that could be done anytime during the day. And then I made a Instagram tracker, and this one is available as a free printable on my blog, where I showed how to get 10,000 followers in 3 months. So you can check that out. I'll leave a link down below. And from now on is the style that I currently use. It hasn't actually changed all the way since March, which is kind of crazy, and you'll see how it's evolved, but it still has the same structure all the way through. So in this one, this was supposed to be like a meal ideas and tracker, but it totally fell off and I didn't use it at all. And then we have my weekly spreads. So I wanted to note that pretty much the only stationery supplies that I use is pens, and very rarely I'll use like some washi tape, and this is scrapbook paper. So yeah, I don't really like cut out pictures or anything like that. I pretty much just draw, and you'll see later down the line I use stickers as well, but yeah. This is just a ton of doodles. I wasn't the biggest fan of this spread, but a lot of people do like this one, so it's the chakras and kind of a rainbow theme, which I never do, so yeah. And then moving on to April. This was a mood tracker, and the idea here was to fill in my mood every single day by filling in a letter. And I found a quote that was like around the number of days in the month, but this year was like a major struggle with mood trackers. You'll see that I pretty much never ended up filling them out past like the first week, so there's that. And then a habit tracker for April, and it's just really empty. Here was just some illustrations and a page of notes about my human design type. And we're back to weeklies. And this was something I was doing around April to May, and it was along with my like weekly spread for my tasks every month. Every week I would also have like a self-care spread. So this spread was dedicated to no tasks at all, but it had like a ton of like self-care, like feel-good kind of memories. So some sections were like something good in every day, like goals, self-care, gratitude for the week, wins for the week, and my AM routine for the week. And then I just had some like little quotes and doodles all around. And that's just because I was going through a rough time in April and pretty much until like the end of the month. And so yeah, I just needed some extra self-love. Another lettering quote. And back to my weekly spreads. I believe this one I did on a live stream, so if you're an OG like Instagram follower, you might remember that one. And another self-care spread. Another weekly spread. And another self-care spread. And this was my plant theme that a lot of you guys really liked. And I think this was my last self-care spread that I did. And then we got into May. So this was a mood tracker that I actually really enjoyed. I might try to like redo this, not as a mood tracker because I don't do them anymore, but just use this like design because I really loved it. And my theme for this month was like succulents and clouds and just kind of mystical like space stuff. I really love this. This one I did like, this was my tasks for the week, and this was my like self-care spread for the week. And I really love how this one looked, to be honest. This one was also done on a live stream, and it was the Under the Sea theme. And this one was just very packed and a lot of like mystical kind of crystals and witchy doodles. Really loved this. And this was kind of fun. It was like a page of quotes from The Little Prince. And then this was like a very floral theme. I really liked the use of like pink. And then we're at June with another mood tracker, and this was the first month where I did a mountain theme, and I think I draw mountains like almost every month since then, so this started the mountain thing for me. My habits, and on this month I also started putting my goals in toward like near my habit tracker page so that I could look at them every day. And then this section is in blue because this was like a week off, so I wasn't tracking my habits. Moving on, this was the spread that inspired my Mountain Magic stickers. This spread was so much fun to create, and it's just like a wetlands kind of pond, lake, I don't know, theme with some dragonflies and flowers and lily pads. Then we have a couple of quotes. This one was available on my shop for a while as a print. And this was actually the start of like a brand new kind of style for me, like a new layout. This one was inspired by like tarot cards and the shape of them because I had just gotten a tarot deck and I really loved this one. And then we have the same thing, but instead there was vines as the decoration, and this was actually a travel spread, so instead of doing tasks in every day, I did a little journal entry about each day. And this is my July cover page, and this was supposed to be a mood tracker, but it didn't end up being one, so it's just kind of an illustration now. My habit tracker and goals again are at the bottom here. And on this spread I have gratitude and intentions over here. So this is my gratitude spread. Each day I would come in and doodle something that I was grateful for. And this was something I made at the beginning of the month, just with some intentions of how I wanted to live during the month. So this spread is the first one where I started using stickers, and I also used a lot more washi tape on this one than I usually use. Another weekly, and another weekly. And this spread right here is my very first using my own stickers. So all of the doodles that you see are stickers from my Plant Magic sticker sheet, which is available on my Etsy shop. And yeah, this was kind of a new like phase of my bullet journal where I started using stickers and making stickers, and yeah, it's pretty exciting. This was my second ever sticker sheet, Moon Magic. And next is my August cover page and gratitude. And my August theme was like crystals and terrariums and plants. And on this one I really loved how my like goals and intentions page turned out. I made it a little bit more like doodly, and also my habit tracker changed to a vertical one. And these are the doodles that eventually turned into stickers. And another weekly spread. This one's pretty bare because I haven't finished filling it out yet. And my most recent sticker sheet at the moment is my Terrarium Magic sticker sheet. And in this one I kind of started experimenting with like some shadow lettering. It's still not the best, but I'm working on it and I think I've gotten a lot better. This was another vacation spread. And this is my crystal collection spread, which I made as a collaboration on Instagram. And after that I just have a ton of like testing, and that is my whole journal. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it gave you a ton of ideas, and I hope it was enjoyable seeing my entire bullet journal from the start to the end. And this week I have a new sticker sheet up, which is all of my headers and numbers, so you can pick that up if you would like it. And thank you again, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye!